All right, so this is a short video to demonstrate how to actually get the students' credentials to, print as most conveniently as possible, because we know the Surpass platform makes it a bit difficult for exporting into Excel spreadsheets and so on. So I'm just going to do a quick video to show how to get that accomplished, what I use to get it done on a daily basis, right? So the first thing I'm going to do, because you may have more than one exam showing up on the platform at one time, I'm going to filter by date, so that by start date, so that I would know which exams I have on a particular date. You can filter by the exam name as well, but I'm going to use the start date to do that. And most likely what it would do is put all of the same exam together on that particular day, right? So I'm going to just click the calendar icon here on start date, and I'm going to put today, which is Thursday the 11th. I'm going to just click 11 here, and that actually put the exam or exams I have on this date. There is only one exam for today, so it's going to show up that. I'm going to click somewhere at the top here, and then I'm going to use my CTRL or Control and A to select all of the information there, and then CTRL and C to copy. Then I'm going to open Excel, and I'm going to put my cursor in the first cell, and I'm going to click Control and V to paste. That's the shortcut for paste on the Windows, those of us who using Windows, and of course if you have a Mac you can use Command V. Right, so I'm going to delete now the columns that I do not need. But first of all, let me take out any formatting that's on it. I'm going to click down here on the paste options and just click, I just want the text only. So I'm going to click here, and that leaves me with just the bare text without any formatting. So I'm going to delete now all of the things that I do not need. One, the duration, I don't need this. Invigilation, yes or no, I don't need this. I do need the candidate reference number. So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave the candidate's name, and nothing to do with time, start time, end time. I don't need these to give to the student. So I'm just going to delete this as well. All right, the center name, we don't need that there as well. Key code, very important. That's you want to leave that there because the students have to get access to that. And the test name, I don't think I need that. The pin, of course, we need that. So we're going to leave that there as well. And we can delete the first two blank columns there, right? So we have what we need. I'm also going to delete the empty rows that are there, right? And what I need to do now is start actually numbering from 1 to whatever number is the last student on the list. So I'm going to start with 1 and have Excel automatically generate some numbers for me. So I'm going to drag down like this, drag and fill, and then click on the options here, the autofill options, and then click fill series. So it's going to number it from 1 to whatever number of students you have. Then I'm going to copy the numbers, Control C, and then paste it down here, Control V. I'm going to show you why I'm doing that in a little while, right? Next thing I'm going to do is select all of the data that including the numbers that I generated, and I'm going to go to the data tab at the top of the Excel window, and then I'm going to look for the sort, right? So I'm looking for sort. Let me just move my recorder there. So I'm going to click sort, and when I click sort, I'm going to let Excel know that I have headers, because I would have had the header names there, and I'm going to sort by the last column, which is column 5. That's the column I just put in with the number there. So I didn't put any number there, but I'm just going to put column 5, and I'm going to sort from smallest to largest. So when I click OK, right, so what this does is to give me a blank a blank row between each of the students' names. So this would help me with my printing and stuff. If you want to enlarge the text before printing, you can actually do that. So that's how I get my my list of students as quickly as possible onto a spreadsheet for printing so that we can disseminate to the students. Oh, and I forgot to mention, after you have have everything in order there, you can actually delete the column with the numbers that was inserted, because I don't think you would need to print that. That was just a little helper in putting the spaces, the rows, adding the blank rows for cutting. When you finish, you cut the slips of paper and just give to the students, so that the numbers there were just to help with the cutting. All right, so I'll delete that, and then I'll just print this out and give to the student, cut them and give to the students for reference when they need to enter their key code and pin for the exam. Right. What I usually do is I also rearrange the key code and pin, because they have to enter the key code first. I would remove the key code from here, and then I would put it at the beginning, and then the pin I would leave it after, or I would remove it from there and put it right down at the end of the spreadsheet. So when I'm instructing them to enter the key code, I would say, all right, the first code on your paper, enter this. This is your key code. And the last code on your paper, enter this. This is your pin. All right. Again, I hope this was helpful.